Hello friends, welcome to or back to my channel. My name's Haley and today we're going to be filming a reading vlog for A Court of Mist and Fury. I'm so excited. So if you missed it, last month I did a ACOTAR reading vlog, and this is my first time ever reading the series. I'm not typically a fantasy reader, and so I'm trying this out, and so I did a reading vlog of me with ACOTAR. So if you haven't watched that, I would go back and watch that first. I will link it down below. But today we are going to be talking about A Court of Mist and Fury, and because this is the second one in a series, and because this is such a popular series, this reading vlog will have spoilers. So if you have not read the book yet, I do not recommend this vlog for you. I would love for you to come back once you've read it and see if we have similar opinions. But again, this vlog will have spoilers. I am going to talk about the events of the book in detail, so please know that if you have not read the book, this is not the video for you. So, that being said, I have started ACOMAF. I have read 30% of the book. So I'm, about a third of the way through. And I'm having feelings. I don't know. I think that's part of the issue. So this one is the second book, right? And so we are following Feyre after the events of the first book. And so it starts with Feyre in the Spring Court with Tamlin, and she's kind of like not doing well. She's having lots of nightmares and just like lots of flashbacks to her time under the mountain, getting tortured by Amarantha, and she's just like not having a good time. And Tamlin is trying to protect her by keeping her inside and keeping her away from everything and just not exposing her to anything. And this is getting really frustrating to Feyre because she's like, I need to do something. I don't want to sit here all day. And so she's getting frustrated by that. And then the other thing is she keeps commenting on the fact that Rhys has not partaken in his end of the bargain, that she will go to the Night Court for 1 week every single month. And it's been 3 months since Under the Mountain. She hasn't heard or seen from Rhys. And she's like, okay, maybe the bargain's over, blah, blah, blah. And then, so fast forward, she's about to get married to Tamlin. And right before she's about to get married, she's like, I can't do this. I'm going to say no. Somebody needs to help me. And Rhys shows up because of their little bond from their bargain they made and her little eye tattoo. He heard her being like, somebody needs to help me. And so he shows up and he's like, okay, I'm taking you to the Night Court now. And at first she's like really pissed, but then he's like, I literally saved you. You asked for someone to save you. So then we see her start going to the Night Court and then going back to the Spring Court. And after one trip to the Night Court, she gets really fed up with Tamlin and she's like, I'm done, I'm leaving. And so she leaves the Spring Court and goes to the Night Court with Rhysand. And then from there, Rhysand takes her to Velaris, which is this city that is completely unknown to those outside of the city, and it's like Rhysand's like safe space, and he protected the city from Amarantha. She didn't know it existed. And then once we get to Velaris, we are meeting Rhysand's court, I believe that's how you say it. We're meeting his like inner circle. And so far, like, the events of the book are fine. Like, I understand like the events of the book, right? But I just feel like a little confused as to what's going on. Like, so they get into the Velaris, right? And they're at the dinner with his friends. And I had a hard time, like, following the backstory of Rhysand and Azriel and Cassian. I had, like, a hard time following the backstory. Like, they were telling the story and it was fine. I was just having a hard time, like, kind of figuring out who everyone was. And I don't know. And now they're trying to do something to prevent the war that they insist is coming. And so I just got to the part where Feyre and Rhysand are going to the prison. What prison? I don't know. That's just what they're doing. So I feel very like meh so far about it. Like, I definitely didn't love her and Tamlin's relationship after the last one. And I was definitely like, I want more Rhys. And we're getting more Rhys. So like, that part is good, I guess, because we have more of him. I still don't like know if I understand him or trust him. Like, I want to trust him and I want to like him and I do like him, but I don't know if that's the right decision, Like, I guess like, no one's all good or all bad, right? But, like, he seems more good than bad, but you never know. Like, I know the Night Court is, like, notorious for, like, bad things. So, I don't know. I'm just feeling very, like, meh, I guess, about it so far. Like, I am interested to know what happens. Like, I will keep reading. I will definitely finish this book. But, like, so far, the first 30% has not convinced me that I want to read the rest of the series yet, which... I don't know. I feel like if the first 30, I don't know. That's my update. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm going to keep reading and we'll just continue on from there. No, I am still doing the graphic audio. And so the graphic audio, again, I do like that. I think it adds a lot to the story. The only part that I don't like is Feyre keeps yakking. And there's just, like, sounds of her throwing up. And it's disgusting. Like, I don't want to hear someone throwing up, okay? Like, I get it. I get the point of the audiobook. But, like, it's excessive. Also, another thing that I noticed was, like, online, I always hear people, like, making jokes about Sarah J. Maas saying, like, a vulgar gesture. And I heard that. And that kind of made me, like, laugh a little bit. But, yeah. So, we met some new characters. We went to Velaris. She ran away from Tamlin. I assume there's going to be some sort of fallout from that. Like, we're going to get back to the Spring Court. We're going to hear from Tamlin, Lucien, something. But I don't know. Okay, I've been yapping for 6 minutes already about this. 7 minutes, I mean. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of feelings one way or the other. I can't decide if Feyre's annoying or she's traumatized and... Yeah, and, like, also, oh, I know something else that's important. The other thing that's, like, interesting is, like, how Feyre's starting to, like, have these powers, right? And she thinks that she has powers from, like, the different courts because all of the High Lords of the 7 courts, like, gave her life, right, and made her immortal. And so she's, like, starting to experience the different powers from the different High Lords. And that is why her and Tamlin were fighting. I honestly couldn't remember. But that's why her and Tamlin were fighting. Because she wanted to, like, train. And he was like, no, blah, blah, blah. That'll give a bad vibe or something. And so, yeah. So now she's, like, in Velaris. She's going to start training to, like, be good with weapons. And kind of, like, learn more about her powers, I think. So, yeah. That's that on Feyre. But yeah, I'm going to stop yapping about this and I will read more of the book and I will let you know once I have more thoughts and hopefully I have better thoughts than I don't know next time. Hello, Candy Pies. So, for you, it's been like 2 seconds. For me, it's been 3 months since I last updated you about this here book. I did buy the physical copies. I was thrifting over winter break and I found a brand new box set at Goodwill for $10, so I had to buy them. First and foremost, I am just a girl. And so I had to buy these. I wish I could like show you guys. I don't think it's gonna work, but I bought this bracelet and it literally, I don't think you can, let me see if I can show you. It says, just a girl. I'm just a girl. That's what I say all the time. So, anywho, I bought this box set. So, we're here because I am officially like 60% through this bad boy. I have absolutely no idea where I am in the physical book because I'm listening to the graphic audio and it's not broken up into chapters. So, do with that what you will. But I'm about 60% in and I have thoughts. So first, I want to say that this book is better now. I was still very skeptical after the first 30%. I was just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But I'm getting it. I'm just not a fantasy girl. So at this point in time, from my understanding, from what I've gained, well, actually, let me pause. So I started this book originally in December, and I listened to the first 30% of the book in December, and then I was just like, I don't want to do this. I want to listen to something else. And so then recently I re-listened to the first 30%. I watched my original video so I like could kind of regroup, and then since then I have listened to an additional 30%, so we are now 60%. Since my last update, from what I can understand, they being Feyre and Rhysand and Rhysand's friends, are trying to prevent a war between Hybern and Prythian / the human world. And the way that they think Hybern is going to go about this is with this ancient cauldron that he has gotten the parts for. And there's only like one way to stop it. And the way to do that is to use this book. And this book has been split in two. And the Summer Court has half. And the 6 Mortal Queens have the other half. And so Rhysand is making Feyre be the connection between like the other courts and the human world. And he's trying to get her to help him get both parts of this book so that they can like overrule the powers of this cauldron and they can prevent another war from happening. If I'm understanding this correctly, which there have been several parts that I've had to like rewind and listen again because the first time I heard it, like they were talking about their plan or they were talking about like what happened and I was like, wait, what happened? So I'm comprehending, I think, on a basic level. I definitely think I'm missing some stuff. I fear that I am one of the girlies and I am obsessed with Rhysand. What are you gonna do, you know? So I'm listening to the graphic audio, right? And so like each person has their own voice. And the guy that does Rhysand's voice is so it's so good. And then like his little laugh, like oh my god, his laugh is so, it's really hot. I'm not gonna lie. He like laughs and I'm just like, laugh more. And like maybe this is not what's gonna happen. And if you've read this book, which I would assume you have if you're watching this video because there's so many spoilers, but if Rhysand and Feyre do not get together, I'm quitting. I quit ACOTAR. I will be so mad if I read these books and they don't get together. I need her in his bed. I need it, okay? And then there was like the scene where he was like having the bad dream and she like went into his room and she like calmed him down. I thought it was gonna happen. I got so excited. And then she gave him a kiss on the cheek. Yeah. So I'm starting to get the hype. I get it. But I'm still definitely not like, I'm not like a diehard stan like a bunch of these people are, okay? But like I get it. I'm obsessed with Rhysand. I still think Feyre's kind of stupid, but she's a lot more tolerable in this book. I'm interested to see where this goes, but I also just like don't know that I have the capacity to like ingest, to take in 2 more giant ass books in this world. Because this is only the 2nd book. And this thing is huge. I do not read big books. You have to understand, I do not read big books. If it is more than 400 pages, count me out. I'm not into that. The only big book that I have like truly really enjoyed are Legendborn. I love that book. And I like the Heroes of Olympus series, but those are written at a middle grade level. This is adult. Kind of. Feyre is very childish, but it's technically adult. So, I don't know. I'm just not a fantasy person. I'm not a big book person. So, there's lots of things about this that turn me off from it. But I am interested. I do want to know what happens. I love Rhysand. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. I think, like, it all comes down to the fact that, like, I just love Rhysand. And it's kind of funny. Back, like, I don't know, like when my sister was reading this and my friends were reading it like last year or the year before, they were talking about like shadow daddies and I was like, what the is that? Like, what is going on? And then I started reading this and I was like, wait, is Rhysand a shadow daddy? Because if so, I want one. I can't believe I'm going to put this on the internet, but okay, I've been yapping for 7 minutes. So I think that's like my update. I'm interested. I'm enjoying it. I'm so thirsty. I only have like 2 days left on my library loan. And I have quite a bit left. But my friend did like share it with me through like Apple Family Sharing. So I do have this one in like my Apple Books app. But then the rest of them I do not have because of the family sharing the incident. Ever since the incident, family sharing is not allowed. And so I'm definitely going to have to just, like, get those through my library, which they're already all on hold. It's not really, like, getting them, like, I'm worried about. Like, I'll get them when I get them, whatever. But it's just, like, I'm going to have to read them in a timely fashion, which is more the concern. And, like, one of the libraries that I have my holds through, it's only a 14-day loan. And then the other one, it is a 21-day loan. So hopefully I get more of them through the 21-day loan situation. But you never know. I think after I finish this one, no matter, like, how much I like it, I definitely think I'm going to take a break for a bit because I have a lot of reading plans for March and April that I, like, kind of want to get to. So I do think that this is going to be, like, something that gets pushed off till, like, a few months down the road when I go into the third book. If I go into the third book. But, yeah, that's my update. Oh, let me tell you about the family sharing incident. If you don't have Apple Family Sharing, if you don't care, just, like, skip forward a little bit. But, so basically, my friend is obsessed with these books. Her name's Ashley. Shout out Ashley for sharing these books with me. So, we're on, like, she's on my Apple Family plan for the music because I pay for it. And I'm like, you know what? Everyone just join. My friend Anna's on now as well. It's just a party. So, she was like, okay, I'm on your Apple Family. I can share these books that I bought with you. And I was like, hell yeah, send me the books. So we turn on Apple Family Sharing. She shares the books with me. But then if you are, like, the plan holder for the family plan, all of the subscriptions get charged to you. So then for literally, like, a month and a half without me even noticing, I paid for everyone's subscriptions that was on my family plan. So I paid for mine, my dad's, my sister's, and my friend Ashley's for, like, a month and a half. And then one day I was, like, looking at my bank statement and I was like, why did I get charged for Peacock? Like, I don't pay for that. And then I looked at my email and I could see that I was paying for everyone's subscriptions. Ashley also accidentally bought the third book of this on my card because it was just, like, through the family sharing thing. So we unfortunately had to turn that off. So fair warning, if you are on family sharing, if you're the person that, like, owns the plan and then you turn that on, you're going to pay for everyone's stuff. So do with that what you will. But yeah, I'm ready to finish. I'm ready to know what's going to happen. I feel like it's probably going to, like, end on, like, some stupid cliffhanger. So, like, you want to read the third book. But also, I know that I don't like books about war. And I think that's what the third one is literally called. I think it's... Oh, wait, no. Is it called... No, it's not called that. That was so dumb. It's called Wings and Ruin. And people say Aka War. Well, maybe there's war. I don't know. I just want to be a part of the community, okay? I just want to know what's going on, but also, like, I'm just a girl, okay? All right. I'll check back in with you when I've finished this book. Hello, friends. I'm here because I finished the book. Okay, so I finished this one. I finished her last week on, like, Friday, and I needed time. It worked, okay? It worked. I'm sucked in. I'm obsessed. Okay, let me say real words. Actually, really quick, I just want to pause and say that from the last time I was filming to now, I got engaged, which is so exciting. My boyfriend, my fiance, got the cutest ring, and it's perfect, and I'm so happy. So, yeah, I just thought I would throw that out there. But this book, okay, I was not expecting it to be, like, a laundry list of all the tropes. It was like, touch her and I'll die. Or no. Not that. It was like, touch her and you die. Like, touch her and I'll kill you. And then I was like, okay, like, it kind of works for me, Sand. And then they get to the end, and it was one bed. And I was like... And then she's like, oh, yeah, they're mates. And I was like... Excuse me, what? So first of all of that happens, right? And then they go to Hybern, and fucking Tamlin is there? Are you kidding me? Tamlin? The little bitch. Oh my god. I'm gonna have so much editing because I try not to cuss on here. But, like, honestly, what the fuck? They get there. And literally, it was just like, bam, bam, boom, bop, bam. What? I can't. I'm sucked in. I'm addicted. I'm obsessed. My friend Ashley has been waiting for me to be obsessed, and it happened. I'm obsessed. I've literally thought about nothing but this book and getting engaged for the past 72 hours. Yeah, it's definitely, like, there's still stuff that I didn't love about this book. Like, I still think that the beginning of this book was really slow, and I, like, really did not like the first, like, 40%. And I still am, like, not a huge fan of, like, these giant books. Like, I feel like I read the first part of this book, like, forever ago. Like, it feels like a whole nother book because it was so long ago compared to when I finished this. And, like, I did take a bit to read this. Like, I definitely took, like, 3 weeks to read this whole thing. But, like, I'm still not used to the big book thing. But, like, I fear I have been sucked in. The lore worked, okay? I also, like, didn't realize how much FOMO I had about this series. And then I started seeing memes and I understood them. And I was like, wait, this is fun. This is fun. So definitely loving. I understand a lot of the memes and the references now, but I feel like I don't even have coherent thoughts. Like, literally the last 70, or I think I, like, checked in when I was, like, 60%. Like, the last 40% of this book is literally off the rails. Like, it's just, like, one twist after another, and you just, literally, I had no idea. I didn't know what to expect. I'm not, also, you have to keep in mind, I'm not, like, big fantasy reader. So, like, this could be very basic in comparison to other fantasies. But, again, this is, like, this is probably, like, the first, like, really, like, fantasy series I've ever picked up. So, yeah. I was not expecting any of the ending part. Like, the fact that, like, Tamlin, like, genuinely was like, you took her, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then she's, like, agrees to go back, and then she's like, haha, little does he know, and the High Lady of the Night Court now. I want to be the High Lady of the Night Court. Yeah, so here we are. Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Cannot wait to read book 3. I got the first part of my hold for the graphic audio, so I'm probably going to start that after the next book that I finish. Actually, I have one more book for a different video to read, but then I'm going to start that. But the other one, I'm going to listen to it so fast because I'm just very, very excited. So overall thoughts, a little slow at the beginning, but I really got into it. I'm obsessed with Rhysand. I'm obsessed. Like, I just, like, what else can you say? Like, if you know, you know. Like, okay, and then this book was crazy. It was off the rails. It was super insane. I'm ready for more. I don't really like fighting scenes and, like, that kind of stuff. So I really hope that, like, they don't go to war and, like, it's not, like, just a bunch of, like, battles and shit. Like, in this book, like, near the end when, like, the people, I guess, like, from Hybern started, like, attacking Velaris, I was like, like, it was just going in one ear and out the other, and I couldn't really keep up with, like, what's going on. And then, honestly, like, I'm so squeamish. Like, as soon as they're like, there was blood everywhere, I'm just like, okay, nope, next, moving on, don't want to know. So I'm hoping that, like, obviously, like, they're trying to prevent a war, right? Like, so there's probably going to be some, like, fights and aspects of that. I'm just hoping that it's not, like, too crazy and gross, because that's just something I, like, can't vibe with. But, like, I can vibe with the smut. Like, I'm ready for more. Everyone says, like, how smutty these books are, and, like, they're really not so far. I'm not saying the other ones aren't. I've only read the first 2, but the first one is, like, PG-13. This book is definitely, like, more explicit, but, like, there wasn't enough. Like, how are you going to give me 400 some pages of Rhysand and Feyre just building up, and then we get, like, that much? Like, I need more. So, very excited about this one. Very happy with the overall reading experience, and very much so looking forward to the next book. I've heard that this one is like a lot of people's favorites though. So that does also make me slightly hesitant to like continue on with the series, because I still like, as much as I really, really liked this one and like the ending, I still was like, that's just kind of a lot of book. So definitely like slightly hesitant knowing that this is a lot of people's favorites, like that I might not enjoy the other ones as much, but at this point in time I can't imagine not reading the other ones. So yeah, that is my final update on A Court of Mist and Fury. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed my reactions. I know after the first one, some of my friends were like, they thought it was so funny, just like what I was saying, because they've read the whole series and everything. So yes, very excited to read more, read the next book. Let me know what you guys think of this book if you've read it. If it's your favorite one, let me know. Let me know all the things. Send me the ACOTAR memes. I'm so invested. So yes, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Love you.